There you go. All right.
There we
Okay.
go.
All right. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just gonna say this right now. Like, we're gonna skip the introduction because we've been trying to record this for like the fucking past few minutes, and there's always a fuck up with something. And most
There's
of the
always
time,
a problem,
it was the website. So the website's been acting very up for us, like when we're trying to vote. So as you can tell, we're gonna be voting for the Game Awards. We're gonna go straight into it because I am frustrated right now. Like, this has been frustrating me like the whole time. So
Alright.
without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's just get into it right away.
Yeah,
Jump into it.
I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know you already want a proper introduction and all that, but I can't do it right now because of the amount of
The
times
amount
we
of
had to-
introductions we have done already.
because
we run out of words to say.
one of them I fucked up. The other times it was because the website was acting up, and then one of them was also because my cat was meowing so loud I had to like put her somewhere else where she wouldn't like get caught in the audio. So, anyways,
alright,
let's just go straight into it.
Let's go.
All right, Game Awards nominations, voting time. Let's go. We're gonna start with best esports game. So the nominees for best esports game are Call of Duty Modern Warfare, CS:GO, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Valorant.
All right, and who are you gonna give it to?
I'm giving it to. I'm gonna give it to League of Legends because I feel like that's a game that would win. Like, is probably gonna take it most.
You think you'll probably take it?
Yeah, I mean, it did win the last few times. I don't know. I might have to look it up after this.
I would just give it to CS:GO. That's kind of like the only one I really know, except for League of Legends and Fortnite and Modern Warfare. But I feel like that one could win.
Okay. So, anyways,
which one's the next one?
Next category is best debut game. So the nominees are Carrion, Mortal Shell, Raji and Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia.
The only one I know here is Phasmophobia because I've heard it all over.
Yeah,
YouTube.
like the thing about best debut game is basically these are indie games, and we don't really play like all these because like we don't know about them until like they're nominated for like a bunch of like awards and all that. That's when we hear about them. But when it comes to indie movies, I always see trailers from them and they always pique my interest. So that's like the difference between that and fucking indie games. Like indie movies, like I always know about them like right off the bat because I'm like a more of a movie person. But when it comes to indie games, like I never hear about them until these awards ceremonies. Yeah, Phasmophobia, however, I have like seen a lot of videos of on YouTube. Like I've seen a lot of videos of them of that game.
So yeah, I would just vote for that because that's the only one I really know.
Out of all of them, Carrion is the only one that piques my interest because it looks a little interesting. So I'm gonna give my vote to Carrion.
Yeah.
Because that one just piqued my interest. All right, so next category, content creator of the year.
You know these people? Like, do you know some of these people?
Well, let me go with the nominees. The nominees are Alana Pierce, Jayan Lopez, Nick Merckx, Tim the Tatman, and Valkyrae.
I think Valkyrae. Yeah, it's definitely Valkyrae. Yeah. I was like Valkyrie.
Valkyrae and Tim the Tatman I definitely know about.
I know Tim the Tatman.
Pierce, I just discovered this. Tim the Tatman, yeah, he's like a streamer and all. Alana Pierce, I know. I discovered her this year. It was around when the Last of Us 2 came out, and because she used to work for IGN, and when the whole thing went around about like critics being paid to give them the game good reviews, she stepped in and basically said, kind of like turned it down a bit, like saying like we're not getting paid. It's just like our like actual opinions about the game.
Oh, she spoke up.
Yeah, she spoke up because she used to work for IGN.
Okay.
Because a lot of people weren't big fans of like IGN's review about The Last of Us 2 because of the fact that they gave it like a 10 out of 10 and all.
Yeah, like they praised it and it was given as such
but yeah, I know her. I discovered it this year when that happened. Anyway, but Jan Lopez and Nick Merckx, I don't know much about, but those three.
I know the most about Tim Tatman, so I think I might just give it to Tim the Tatman.
I'm gonna give mine to Alana Pierce because.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do that,
I feel like she was. I think she does play a lot of games, and she does like give her good like opinions on the game. Like she's very like she's a very good critic, and I actually like her, and I feel like I can give my vote to her. So the next nominee is Best Multiplayer Game.
Ooh.
So the nominees are Animal Crossing New Horizons, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant. I'm giving it to Among Us.
Among Us. Let's just give it to the one that's probably gonna fucking win.
I know.
Sorry, Fall Guys. I am so sorry, Fall Guys. But
no, I'm sorry for Animal Crossing. Like, I know that game is like
that one. Yeah, I remember hearing a lot about that one too, and Warzone. Warzone 2.
Warzone I really don't care about.
I'm surprised Valorant got big as it was. I just saw it advertised all over YouTube, but then it got so much bigger.
Yeah, but I feel bad for Animal Crossing because I mean I know they have like a great multiplayer community there, but I'm gonna give it to Among Us because of like it's still going on. Like I remember
it's going and it literally
and it's still fun to play for me. Like I really enjoy playing that game.
Yeah, and it's such a cool concept, but it also like. It knocked off.
I mean, it's been done before. I mean, it's been done before, like many times in other games.
Has
but
it?
Yeah, like a perfect example: Trouble in Terrorist Town on Gmod.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's done before, but
I think
here it's like a little bit unique.
It's mobile, and
it's mobile, and the fact it's a mobile game, and the fact that we're in 2020 right now.
True, it's like when you're in quarantine, you got nothing much to do than just play Among Us.
Yeah.
So
all right, so Among Us,
Fall Guys was around as well, and that one could have possibly done it, but then Among Us just came out of nowhere and overshadowed it. And Warzone too. Like
Warzone, I really don't care about. Like I know Warzone is like
I heard a ton of stuff talked about Warzone, especially, but then Among Us came out of nowhere and stole the show. That's all. That's what everybody's been talking about.
So for best multiplayer, we're Among Us for both of us.
Among Us, definitely.
Yeah. Best sports/racing game. That's the next category. The nominees
I don't know much about these.
The nominees are Dirt 5, F1 2020, NBA 2K21, FIFA 21, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. So the Tony Hawk Pro Skater, that's like the remasters of the original games from like the PlayStation, I believe, and the Dreamcast.
The Tony Hawk one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna just give it to Tony Hawk. I'm gonna give it to
that's
Tony
what
Hawk.
I was gonna do the same. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I mean, I don't play NBA or FIFA. I don't
play many sports or racing games.
Yeah, honestly, but Tony Hawk I've heard about, so I'll just give it to that one. We didn't play any of these, so sorry. Best simulation/strategy game. That's the next category. Best simulation/strategy game. The nominees are Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gear Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad.
Another one I don't know.
Chimera Squad, I think I said it wrong. Chimera Squad, sorry.
Where is Raid Shadow Legends?
Oh my god. I will kick you out of this. I will kick you. Fuck off. Anyways,
Raid Shadow Legends
I don't know
like,
any
I
of these.
swear.
I mean, Gears Tactics I know about. XCOM I know the series. Microsoft Flight Simulator, who the fuck would vote for that? I don't know. I don't know Desperados or Crusader Kings. I don't know. Most of these I don't know about or have played.
You know the XCOM? You know XCOM?
Yeah, I know the series. I just haven't played the Chimera Squad.
Oh, the Chimera Squad.
You know what? I'm just gonna give it to XCOM because I just know about the series.
I'm gonna give it to Gears Tactics because it looks pretty interesting and I don't know much about it. So.
All right, makes sense. All right, moving on. I'm sorry we disappointed you. Best family game. The nominees are Animal Crossing New Horizons, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario: The Origami King.
When you said It's About Time, I actually thought you were saying About Time. I thought you heard Crash Bandicoot and you're like,
no, that's just the name of the game.
But that's just the name of the game.
I'm giving it to Animal Crossing. I think they will take that one. I'm giving it to Animal Crossing.
You think Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
As much as I really do love Crash Bandicoot, I have not played the new one yet. Fall Guys, I really don't care about it that much. Minecraft Dungeons, have not played. Paper Mario, really damn good game, but compared to Animal Crossing, I think Animal Crossing has it in the bag.
I was thinking of Fall Guys, but then I was like, that's not really a family game. I saw more.
It's more of like a competitive online game.
Yeah, competitive online. I didn't see many families playing.
I don't see families playing that game.
Yeah, and Mario Kart does seem like a game like that families would play, but like that was more like in its Wii times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the Wii times, that's what all.
Oh well, then again, like a lot of people still play like on Switch and all that.
Yeah,
like
but
Mario
those are
Kart
more
8.
just the teenagers themselves. It's not really the families. So.
So I'm giving it to Animal Crossing.
You know what? Yeah, I don't know which one to choose, so I'll just go with Animal Crossing as well.
Alright. You wanna move on?
Yep. Let's go.
Alright, best fighting game. The nominees are Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition, Street Fighter V Champion Edition, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth.
Okay. So I'm only stuck between two because I haven't played any of these.
I would give it to Mortal Kombat 11 because I've.
That's what I was gonna think. I was thinking, but yeah, because that's.
I mean, yeah, I think it won last year, didn't it?
No, was it? Wait, 11 and Ultimate, like the original. There's an original.
Oh
one
no, last year. The Ultimate is basically like more like the add-ons and like more of expansions and all that. Like, no, last year. Oh yeah, that's right. Best fighting. It got nominated last year, but it lost to Smash. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
So I think this year it has it in the bag. I think this year it'll finally take it.
I'm gonna just say 11. I was thinking of One Punch Man because I haven't seen the anime, but I just love the character himself. But nah, Mortal Kombat 11.
All right. Ooh, okay. Best role-playing game. The nominees are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yakuza. I think Yakuza. I don't know how to say that. I'm stupid. This one's a little tough because I know a lot of people love Persona 5 Royal, but I don't think it's gonna take it just because of the fact that, and I know a lot of people hate hearing this. It's just an updated version of the base game itself. Like it's updated, like it has more stuff to it. They added more stuff to it to make it a lot better than it already was. And I do love the game. Don't get me wrong. I thought Persona 5 Royal is a definitely great game, and I do recommend playing that version. But I'm gonna go ahead and give my vote to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, I don't know much either, so I'll just go with the same one.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's kind of like the same thing as Resident Evil 2, like the Resident Evil 2 remake. Like, it's just like it's like its own type of game, and it stands out on its own. Like instead of trying like its best to like be better than the original game.
You know what? Fuck it. No, I'm gonna just choose it because you chose it. I'm gonna go Persona 5 just for the funs of it.
Go for it. I mean, I don't mind. Like, I mean, if Persona 5 Royal wins, I don't mind because I mean that's a great game too. But I think Final Fantasy VII Remake might take it because the fact that it's like I remember when it came out, a lot of fans were like excited and all. Like, and I played it too, and it was amazing. Like, I loved it. So do you want to move on?
Let's go.
All right. Next category is Best Action Adventure Game, or I think is that the first one that shows up for you?
Best Action Adventure.
Okay, so the nominees are Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Oh wait, there's one more, and The Last of Us Part 2. I almost skipped that one.
We know.
I know a lot of people are going to be going for Ghost of Tsushima because of the fact that not a lot of people like The Last of Us Part 2, but I'm giving it to Last of Us Part 2. I'm giving it to it. Yeah. I think Ghost of Tsushima.
I honestly thought you would either go. I didn't know if you were gonna actually give it to.
I'm surprised Miles Morales made the cut. I thought that.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised too.
I thought it missed the deadline. No, it's here, and I was so happy.
I did not expect to see Miles Morales here on the action adventure. I did not expect it to see anywhere here. I thought it was gonna be somewhere else.
Yeah. No. By the way, my thoughts on the game because I've recently played it. Really damn fun game. I love it. So Last of Us Part 2. We're giving it to that because.
And I know you also like Fallen Order, don't you?
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, the reason it's nominated here now because it came out last year is because it missed the deadline last year. It missed the deadline,
yeah.
So they decided to add it this year. I played the game. I thought it was great, but there were so many bugs.
Yeah, and I have heard a lot about Valhalla, Assassin's Creed.
I've seen a lot of videos about it and all, but I don't know. For me, I've heard mixed stuff about it.
You know what? I'm surprised Watch Dogs Legion isn't here. Isn't that the one where it's stayed in British? Or in Britain? Or in England, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard much about. I haven't really looked much into that. But yeah, we're giving our vote to The Last of Us Part 2 because we enjoyed that a little more. I know most people are gonna go for Ghost of Tsushima because they think it's a better game. Well, in their eyes it is a better game, but I think Last of Us Part 2 has this one in the bag.
Yeah, I think Last of Us 2 is really good.
So next category, Best Action Game. So the nominees are Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4.
Half-Life?
Yeah, Half-Life Alyx. That's the VR game that came out earlier this year.
Ooh.
I'm giving it to Doom Eternal. Yeah.
I was going to give it to Doom Eternal as well.
Yeah, Half-Life Alyx, I kind of forgot about it, but I knew it, the only reason I remembered it is because, once the Game Awards were coming out and I was going through, all the games that I feel like would make the cut, I just remembered Half-Life Alyx came out this year, and I was like, oh yeah, I feel like he'll make it in there.
Yeah.
But, yes, I'm actually happy that a VR game actually made for Best Action, one of the big categories.
Yeah.
Instead of just staying.
Yeah.
Alright, next category. This is innovation in accessibility. So basically this is for the people who have I don't know if I should. I'm not gonna say it. They just have problems, okay? I'm just gonna say that.
Okay, it says recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience.
So basically, for people who have problems with
the
their
best
eyesight
add-ons.
Yeah, and all that. So the nominees are Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, The Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legion. There it is.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
I'm giving it to Last of Us Part 2.
Well, I don't know exactly what this is, and I love Last of Us Part 2, but I need to know exactly, was there add-ons to this game?
I think it's for people who who can't play the game very well because of certain features and all. It can't access to them, so they added these features that allow them to play the game, so they could play normally. I think that's what it is. So I'm giving it to Last of Us Part 2 because I know a lot of people were happy to with the features they added for them to play the game.
Because I low-key do, because it's the only one I've played, but I do also want to try and see if I can change it up and give it to Watch Dogs, but
go ahead if you want. I'm giving it to Last of Us Part 2.
No, I'll give it Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's move on.
Here we go.
Alright, best VR game / AR game. So the nominees are Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, and The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Ooh, Walking
Half-Life
Dead.
Alyx. I'm giving it to that one because it has it in the bag because I know a lot of people loved it when it came out. I think Half-Life Alyx.
I got interested over at the Marvel's Iron Man VR game. I was interested in that, but honestly,
I think Half-Life Alyx has it in the bag.
Half-Life, yeah, I might as well just vote for the one that's already there.
Because I've seen gameplay of it and it looks amazing, for a VR game especially. So I think it has that in the bag. All right. Next category, Best Community Support. The nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant.
So, I have seen that Apex Legends, by the way, Rona.
Fuck off.
I have seen that Apex Legends has made a slight comeback.
I noticed too, but I really don't care for Apex.
But, I don't think. It didn't make it too big of a comeback for me to vote for it. I would say out of all these two,
you know what? Fuck it. Just because I really don't care most about these games. I'm just gonna. Well, actually, there's one, but out of all these games, I'm gonna give it to Fall Guys.
Same. Yep. Same. I was literally about to say Fall Guys.
Because I feel bad. We've been giving it most of it the nominations that the categories it's been nominated for, we give it to something else. I might as well give it for Best Community Support.
Well, that was only one though. That was only one section.
No, there was more. There was 2 or 3. I don't know. Alright, let's go. Let's move on.
So I give it to Fall Guys because honestly, the community at the time it was alive was actually pretty good. It was thriving and it was doing really well. I didn't really hear much from Apex, Destiny. Fortnite has always been, but it's been died down since the hype. No Man's Sky haven't heard much, and Valorant has been doing pretty well, but I remember Fall Guys was everywhere, so I feel like that one could probably take best community
but this is like best community support, so who knows? Anyways, moving on, best mobile game. The nominees are Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra. I think I pronounced that wrong or something. And last one is Pokemon Cafe Mix.
I already know who we're getting.
We're going for Among Us.
Among Us, yes.
Among Us will take this one. But like I said,
but the thing is, I have a feeling that second, like the one who would also probably get a good amount of votes, is mobile.
I was so pissed last year that Call of Duty took it. I was so mad.
What do you mean?
What was that game? The music one that was nominated for best mobile. Because last year there was for the category for best mobile game. There was another nominee that it was like a music type game. I forgot what it's called, but I wanted that one to win, but it went to Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah,
and I was so mad.
I remember it got nominated last year.
Yeah, but it won.
It does not have a chance this year because nobody has really played Call of Duty Mobile in a long time.
Among Us has this one. Among Us
has this one. There's no other thing that's gonna get it. I swear.
All right, here we go. Next category, best indie game. Okay, so the nominees are Carrion, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer. I think I said that one wrong, but okay.
Fall Guys. Fall Guys. Because that's the only one I really know.
I'm gonna pick random.
You're gonna randomly?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick random. Fuck it. I'll give it to Hades.
Really, dude?
I haven't played. I didn't hear much about it, but the name sounds interesting.
It just sounds interesting, given the fact that Fall Guys was like huge as fuck.
Yeah, but I'll give it to Hades because I just don't. The name sounds interesting. Don't know much about it, but I'll have to probably look it up after we're done with this. I just feel like giving it to a random thing for that one.
Yeah. So I give it to Fall Guys.
All right, best ongoing game. So the nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
I have no idea which one to go for this.
Yeah.
I don't think Fortnite is honestly still going. It is.
It's still going, but I just don't want to vote for it because I don't really care for that game.
Yeah, I don't really care for it anymore.
I'm not gonna vote for Apex or Fortnite. That's for sure.
I think I'm gonna vote for Warzone. I'm gonna go for Warzone.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll vote for Destiny 2.
I think Warzone.
Because I really just don't. At this point, I just really don't.
Warzone isn't an ongoing game. Didn't it come out this year?
I think it came out early last year or something. I don't remember. Or not early last year, like late last year. I don't know.
Yeah, like Fortnite came out way long ago. That's why it's here. Just like Overwatch. You know, that one would be on here. But Warzone, it feels like it could win this one just because it's not that old.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
And I understand Apex because it is kind of still going.
Games for Impact. That's the next category. The nominees are If Found, Kentucky Route Zero, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Through the Darkness of Times. I do not know any of these.
Any of these either. I'm gonna give it to.
I'm gonna give it to Through the Darkness of Times. That sounds interesting.
I'm gonna give it to Tell Me Why because I love that Kid Laroi song.
Alright, we don't know much about these games. We're moving on. Alright, best performance.
Oh,
let's go.
Shit.
Alright, the nominees are Ashley Johnson as Ellie for The Last of Us Part 2, Laura Bailey as Abby for The Last of Us Part 2, Daisuke Shui, I can't pronounce that last name, as Jin Saki for Ghost of Tsushima, Logan Cunningham as Hades from Hades, and Naji Jeter as Miles Morales for Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Fuck.
I probably butchered those last names, like the last three names. Well, for
Naji Jeter, Logan Cunningham, I don't know, Daisuke.
I know for sure those three are not going to win. It's going to be between Ashley Johnson or Laura Bailey because
Laura Bailey, yeah. What about Miles Morales, dude?
Like the performance was great and all, but I don't think compared to Ellie and Abby, no way.
But
it's going to go.
The real question is who, Ellie or Abby?
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Oh my god, because I thought they both did a phenomenal job performing the character, like bringing these characters to life. And you know what? I'm gonna give it to Abby. I'm gonna give it to Laura Bailey.
You're gonna give it to Laura Bailey?
One reason only, because, and I know, oh my god, I hope I don't sound bad for this. If it sounds offensive, I'm sorry. But the fact that she got death threats because of people like mad about like how what the character's actions did. Like she helped bring the character to life, and a lot of people like kind of went at her for like the death threats and all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's a bad reason too. I'm sorry. I don't know. It just came.
It's because no, like she.
It came out and she gave. Yeah, it gave like a strong reaction. That's how.
And that's what's kind of good because like Ellie was good at giving a good reaction to like everybody as well. You know, like people love her and everything.
There's a moth in my room. I'm gonna have to kill her in a bit.
I feel like Abby was on a whole different level. Like,
yeah, like I really loved it, but like I love both, like their performances. But I'm giving it to Laura Bailey.
But you know what? I feel like Ellie was an established character. We know that she was going to give a good performance. But Abby came in out of nowhere. She was a new character and everything. And she...
I know a lot of people hate her character, but you gotta admit, she did a damn good job with her performance. She did a good job. Yeah, I'm giving it to Laura Bailey.
I would say, Laura Bailey, Ellie's good, and I know that, and people will probably vote for her. She could win. But with
I know
Abby,
people will just vote for her because they don't like Abby.
Yeah, and I feel
I think that's unfair because
being
like
a new character and her stealing the show almost, or like the game, like based off like just what she does and all that, is something that's kind of like different.
Yeah, about it. Like I know a lot of people are gonna be voting for Ellie because they just hate Abby, and I think that's kind of like that's kind of like bullshit because this is for their this is for their performance, like how they did like with the character, how they did like bringing them to life. Not and like the character itself.
That reaction.
Yeah, and so I think Laura Bailey has this in the bag.
And we always knew that Ashley Johnson was gonna come in doing really well as Ellie. We knew that she was gonna come in there.
Yeah.
Because of her performance in the first game.
So let's move on.
So Abby came out and looks like more of a surprise.
Yeah, like I think I'm satisfied with that. Like Laura Bailey as Abby. I'll give it my vote.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on before people decide to murder us.
They're gonna send us the threats.
Oh my god, that's horrible. All right, best audio design. That's the next category.
Oh.
The nominees are Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Part 2. Sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to a different I'm gonna give it to a different one. I'm gonna give it to Doom Eternal.
I liked the sounds from it.
Actually, like, you know what? Yeah, you know, you're right. Like the game did sound amazing.
It sounded great.
Oh, but I want to give it to something different because I don't want to just be voting for.
But you can't just vote for something else just because you need to vote for something else because you've been giving it the same one.
I know, but I mean, yeah. You know what? Fuck it, yeah. I'm giving it to Last of Us Part 2.
If it deserves it, it deserves it. And don't regret because you want to change it to something else because, you need to give it to something else. Like, no, you don't need to give it to something else. I think it sounded great. I liked when you shoot someone in the neck and they bleed out. And then when you would...
You like the death noises.
when you explode them and especially the fact that they would say, like, each other's names and this and that. And I know that was always a thing, but like that.
This is for audio, not like for like just the gameplay.
I know, but like in terms of sound and audio and everything, and it did sound realistic. Either way, it sounded very realistic, especially like in combat, you could really feel like because like it doesn't have to do with just like the motion. The sounds is what drives the feeling home, and you could really feel when.
Honestly,
you punch someone or stab someone, you could feel it because of the sound that was coming from it.
Yeah.
And then their death screams and everything, you could feel it. And it made it, and that's what made it super like dark and also like
realistic
and gripping. And that's why that's why the game works.
Yeah, I'll give it to Last of Us Part 2. I think it'll take that one. All right, moving on. Best score and music. So basically, this one is gonna be a tough one for me because I love the music. I pretty much like all the music for these games except I haven't played Hades, so sorry. This is a spoiler for the nominees. So the nominees are Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Part 2.
I'm gonna give
You give it to whichever one you want.
I'm like, I've heard the soundtrack for Last of Us Part 2. I played the game, and the music sounds amazing. But I'm giving it to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, you go ahead, and if you think if you like the
score. No, because the music sounds so beautiful, especially like the reorchestrated sections, especially the new variation of One Winged Angel when you're fighting Sephiroth. Like, I love that variation.
I don't know much about either one, and I know it's kind of biased, but I am a sucker for like strums, like with like a simple guitar and like and the fact that the actual voice actors sang themselves. I'm pretty sure, like they actually sang. That I really liked about that, and I like sad and gloomy type of songs too, because that's where like the real connection comes in, and it fits very well into like the game itself. So that's why I feel like I would give it to Part 2.
It makes sense.
I'm a sucker for like simple guitars. Like even if it had a piano, that would have been sick too.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next category, Best Art Direction.
Oh,
all right. The nominees are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
It's the same ones again, and I except to choose.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Ghost of Tsushima because that game did look beautiful. Like, I love The Last of Us Part 2. Like, it did look amazing, that game. But for like art directions, like for the uniqueness and of the world and all, I'm giving it to Ghost of Tsushima. I think this one has it in the bag.
I do agree with that. Like, just based, because like it is a good game, and I could just be biased again and give it to Last of Us Part 2. But I'm gonna give it to Ghost. I'm giving it to Ghost because I think it does look pretty cool, and I need to see more gameplay to see like exactly how it looks. But it does look pretty cool.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next category. This one, we're gonna have a hard time. Best Narrative. The nominees are 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Part 2!
Fuck. I want to give it to Part 2, but I just want to say off the record, I know this is going to be the one that many people are going to be arguing about, because
people are going to be ranting
about how bad the story, like how much they love the story or how much they hated the story, like how the direction they went.
I think it was hidden genius.
It was great because they took like many risks. Like, although like most of the risks didn't hit home run because like they could have done it in a better different way.
People.
Yeah, like it didn't hit
in order to take risks, you can't satisfy everyone.
Yeah, but the thing is like most of the risks they took, like they could have done it in many better ways, but they decided to go like with the way that they felt made more sense to the story and all. And I feel like
telling their story. They didn't.
Yeah, they didn't want to. And I know a lot of people are gonna hate it because of the fact that there's like LGBTQ movement and all that in there, or SJW shit. Like,
but that's always been a thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I didn't see much of that in this game. Like it just feels more. It feels like survival. It feels more like survival.
But like whatever moments had those, like, you know, the LGBT parts, it fit because it was just Ellie. Ellie has been known to be a lesbian since the first game.
Yeah, it was known since the expansion.
The people didn't play the DLC.
No, a lot of people did play the DLC, but
some didn't and some did.
Yeah.
So, and I think the thing about some games is that they try to go player-oriented stories, where they basically try to like satisfy the player as much as they can to get the best. But with Last of Us Part 2, they just told their story, and I know
some people are gonna definitely want to go for Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I think the story to that game is great. Like, I loved it, but compared to what Last of Us 2 did, I don't think it. Like,
we went into depth about that game. And
I think The Last of Us 2 might take it, but at the same time, I know so many people are going to be mad about that because they say Ghost of Tsushima probably had a better... People like are going to be saying it had a better story and all, Ghost of Tsushima and all. I enjoyed the story, but Last of Us 2 like did something to me like that no other story game was able to do.
It was definitely different. It was definitely a lot different.
I know Final Fantasy 7...
When it was one of those things where you had to, you know, process, and then as soon as you processed, you realize certain things, hidden meanings, everything about it, and why people did this, and then you start connecting everything together, and then you realize that it's very genius.
Yeah. I feel like again, like I feel like that will take it. I know Ghost of Tsushima, a lot of people are gonna be wanting to go like for that one.
That one possibly could take it just because of the hate towards Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think Last of Us 2 will take it. I know Final Fantasy VII Remake won't take it because as much as it is a remake, it's just a remake. But at the same time, I know so many people hated the ending to the game. Like, so many people were so divided on the ending because now they're including some time travel shit and all, which wasn't in the original game. And it's just some of Tetsuya Nomura's bullshit. Like, when I played the ending of Final Fantasy VII Remake, I saw, like, the whole time, like, the whole, like, thing, like, many people were arguing about. I was like, God damn it, Nomura. This shit only belongs in Kingdom Hearts. What are you doing adding it to Final Fantasy? Oh, him and his bullshit. So, anyways, off track. Yeah, I'm giving my vote to Last of Us Part 2.
Last of Us Part 2.
I think, I mean, I could see Ghost of Tsushima might taking it because of, like, the hate and all, but I'm just gonna give my vote to Last of Us.
I think the deserving one with a good story was Part 2, Last of Us.
Alright, we're on the final 2 categories.
Here we go.
Best Game Direction. Final Fantasy VII Remake for Square Enix, Ghost of Tsushima by Sucker Punch, Hades by Supergiant Games, Half-Life Alyx by Valve, and The Last of Us Part 2 by Naughty Dog.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little difficult.
Fuck. Okay, I know a lot of people are going to be arguing about narrative, but you gotta admit... Well, actually, no, because a lot of people are still going to be arguing because they hated Last of Us Part 2. I'm giving Best Game Direction to Last of Us Part 2.
So, in terms of direction...
It means, like, how the... It's kind of like,
where they went with it.
Yeah, went with like the game itself, like instead of
the only
Best was more for the story.
It's more biased because I've only played Part 2, but
yeah, but at the same time, like I played most of these games, except Hades. Like that's the only one I need to see what that game is.
But I feel like,
I voted for that one for one category just because it looked interesting. Oh my god!
I'm surprised. Alyx, a VR game, is in like the top 2 categories.
Yeah, for like best game direction, that's not.
I need to play that now. I need to try and figure out how I can play that.
It's a VR game, so good luck.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it's close to Christmas. I should get that as a gift.
All right, so
Last of Us Part 2. Yeah. I think.
I know Ghost of Tsushima had a great game direction too. Final Fantasy VII Remake, really good game direction, but I mean the ending is kind of what made people like kind of like a little bit divisive about it. And Half-Life Alyx, no, Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, okay.
Ghost of Tsushima, fuck, I pronounced it wrong. Ghost of Tsushima, I know a lot of people are gonna, a lot of people just love the game direction because again, I feel like people are just gonna be so, they're just gonna go on the hate train for the light. Yeah, just because they hate Last of Us Part 2
and because Ghost of Tsushima came out a little bit after the game and it was still fresh, so that's why people were looking for a game to shit on that one. So the next game that came out was like Ghost of Tsushima, and they were like, look, this one's gonna be better than this game, and boom, they instantly had the hate train. So it's boosted just because of the time it was put out.
I know we're shitting on so many people for hating on The Last of Us 2, but it's just because like I think it's unfair.
I think it didn't deserve the hate where it got at that point. It didn't deserve the amount. Like it probably got hate like deservingly because people were upset with what happened, but it didn't deserve the amount, and especially the lines everybody crossed hating on that game.
Yeah.
So that's
so
where
stupid.
you draw the line.
But yeah. All right.
So
we're gonna move on.
You gave it to what?
Last of Us Part 2. We're on the final category, Game of the Year.
Right. No.
The nominees.
Here we go.
Game of the Year.
The big old one. The
big boy. So, Game of the Year. The nominees are Animal Crossing New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2.
I'm surprised Animal Crossing is here. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I got only 3 nominations, right?
Yeah, but
yeah,
I think both of us know which one we are choosing.
I know a lot of people are gonna hate us, but yeah, fuck it. Game of the Year, we're going for The Last of Us Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
The Game of the Year to me.
Okay,
is
again, Animal Crossing. I have not played it. I'm not the biggest person I'm not into Animal Crossing, but I'm pretty sure I know a lot of people have their reasons for loving the game. It's a fun little create your own world type of game. Like I know it has like its uniqueness and all, and I could understand why it was nominated. Doom Eternal, really fun action game. Definitely, in my opinion, better than the 2016 Doom. Final Fantasy VII Remake, a really damn good remake. I know the ending pissed off some people, like a majority of people, but the combat, the unique, like the differences to the story, and the fact that the characters feel more realistic than in previous like Square Enix games, like for example Kingdom Hearts and all, like with the dialogue being kind of like a little bit robotic and all. I feel like, and I know like the fan service to the game and all, that it made its way. I feel like it deserves the Game of the Year nomination. I know a lot of people aren't going to be voting for it though, unless they were like big fans of Final Fantasy. Ghost of Tsushima, we know why that got nominated, because like it's a beautiful game. Like I love the art direction in that game. I thought the story was good, and I loved the combat to the game. I loved it, but
yeah, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima it could be a good game. I haven't played it, so I'm not going to say anything.
It's definitely a powerful candidate to Last of Us Part 2.
Powerful candidate, but I feel like a lot of the reason why it is so boosted is because of where it was played, the time it came out, which was after Last of Us Part 2.
Because and God.
And I'm just gonna say straight up, after Last of Us Part 2 came out, this game came out, Tsushima, and then people.
And it got review boosted, by the way. Like when Last of Us Part 2 came out, thanks to leaks and all, a lot of people like review bombed it, like Last of Us Part 2, like giving it a lot of negative reviews. And then when Ghost of Tsushima, it hadn't even like released yet, or it just came out on its first day, and it got review boosted.
Masterpiece, this and that, great.
Yeah, beautiful. Like no, it got review boosted. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like they're not even honest reviews. Like it was just people that were just hating on Last of Us 2 and all.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like Ghost of Tsushima, like the deserving one to me is Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Hades is a good one, but it's like I feel like it just came out at a certain.
It's a great game. Don't get us wrong. I think it's a great game. It's a great game, and it definitely deserves its nomination.
It wouldn't be as tied with close to it to me if it wasn't for the time it was. I think if it came out before, it would be up here, but I feel like it wouldn't get as much votes.
Nah, I feel like it deserves most of the votes it was nominated for, but it's just I know like most people are gonna be like going for it because like the hate train and all. Hades, that's another one. Again, I've not played this, or I just heard about it, and I have not played it yet or seen much of it, so I will definitely look into it and see what it's about and all, and see if it does catch my interest to like wanting to play this game.